There was a guy yesterday. The last fare I had yesterday before I streamed. He worked at a place, a barbecue place around here called The Pit. And the fare before him was the girl who puked outside of my car. And he got into the car and he was asking how my day was and stuff. And I was still kind of laughing about that. And I told him about it. And he was like, I noticed you were at so-and-so apartment complex. I was like, yeah, that's where she lived at. And he was like, what road was it that she had to puke on? And I was like, man, I don't remember. He was like, it was literally the last road you were on before the apartment complex. I was like, I don't remember that kind of stuff, dude. I plug in your address and I take you to where you need to go. I'm not gonna like memorize every turn. I want to come back here for you later. I was like, I just sit here and drive people around. You feel like it's nap time? Does the puppy think it's nap time? Did you want to go finish the puke or something? I don't know. The Pit barbecue's not that bad. It's actually pretty good, so. Did you want to analyze it? I guess. I didn't want to ask him questions like that because, like, I don't want to get stabbed or anything while I'm driving Uber. So I just kind of keep things as neutral as possible. But he seemed kind of annoyed that I didn't remember what road I was on. I was like, it's not my job to remember the road. I can pull up the app and tell you where I went, but I don't need to know. Oh, D-Pick. You know what made me laugh today? I was looking at... So, like, the more you drive with Uber, the more points you get. And you can get, like, different levels of, like, pro. And I'm at blue level right now because it's been a while since I've done it. And if I do it a certain number of times, I get to gold. One of the benefits of a gold Uber, whatever, is that you get free English lessons via Rosetta Stone. That made me laugh so hard. I was like, wow. The fact that they give free English lessons if you do Uber enough. What a deal. I mean, there's a lot of foreigners that do Uber. You'd be surprised at the amount of people who get in my car and they're like, oh, you know how to speak English. This is great. And I'm like, yeah. That probably ups tips. What ups tips? Knowing English? Being able to speak English better. Oh, well, I mean, either that or they can understand what people are saying, because sometimes they have special requests. Like, hey, I know I wanted you to stop at this building, but can you turn around the backside of it? Or can you park next to this car instead? Or, you know, don't drive me right up to the door, drop me off here instead. I don't think it ups tips. I don't get very many tips, and I do special things for them all the time. The one girl who puked, she told me she would tip me because I told her I'd wait for her to finish before I took her back home, because I didn't want to leave her there. She wanted me to leave her there. And I was like, you're a mile and a half from home. Let me just finish taking you home. She was like, I'll tip you, I promise. Hi, Cockley. How are you, buddy? Oh, I got a $20 cash tip yesterday. That was nice. I picked up a family. It was a husband and a wife and a kid from a hotel. And the kid must have been like 3 years old. And he was sitting in the middle in the back. And they gave him something to play with, and it was like loud, and there was like a barking dog, and it was just monotonous and annoying the whole way down the road. So we get to the house, and he gets out, and he gives me 20, and he's like, here, take this. And I was like, you don't need to do that. I appreciate it, though. He goes, no, trust me. He annoyed me just as much as he probably annoyed you. Just take it. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. So I got 20 bucks. Should tip her for not yakking in the car? No. I can clean that shit up. I'm not worried about that. You don't think I've ever had drunk friends in one of my cars and they puked in my car? I know the protocol for that. Twist your leg, you'll take the money. I mean, I was always raised, Amelia, that you always say no the first time, and when they insist, you then accept it. It's just courtesy. So when he gave it to me, I was like, no, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, I insist. I was like, okay. I'm not gonna keep going, no, no, you should really know. I'm just, fine, yoink. Thanks for the tip. I'm not gonna complain, that was 20 bucks. Yoink, exactly. My $20 now. Ooh, I almost just jumped. You once had a couple get in the wrong car. What does that mean? Dark Crystal, you ever had to put in a PIN number when someone got into your car? That's how you were raised too? Yeah, you always decline the first time, and then when they insist, you just say yeah. My only experience with that is yakking out the window of your buddy's moving Blazer like 10 to 15 years ago in the middle of winter. We all woke up the next day and found frozen puke. Nice. Yeah, that sounds about right, D-Pick. A few? Is that something new? Because the lady had me do that the other day, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Just so they don't get in the wrong car, I guess. Oh, man, I lost that one. It's gone forever, chat. Goodbye. It's gone. Get out of here. It's okay, D-Pick. We gotta make so many more of these things. It's just a matter of time. Are we doing 3? We are doing 3. You have one a few years back? What, a PIN number thing? Really? And then the one compliment I tweeted about, so there's an Amazon facility near me, and in the mornings there's a lot of people who take Ubers to work for Amazon. And I gave a woman a ride the other day, and she said, "Thank you. You drive good." And I was like, "You're welcome." I think I drive pretty normal, but apparently, just to imagine the kind of rides she's been in where she has to say I drove good is mind-blowing. But in North Carolina, there's a bunch of stupid drivers. And what it is they're not all from North Carolina. They're all transplants from somewhere else. And they come out here into the backwards area of North Carolina. They don't know what to do. All the roads are weird. There's different turns. There's one lanes into two ways into one ways. And I get why people can't drive around here. But at the same time, it's like, just look around. And she had 2 modes. I mean, I had a guy ask me that in Indianapolis one time, D-Pick. I went there to play Magic. And I got in the car with him, and he was like, "Yo, you're 12 miles away from your destination. You want to get there in 8 minutes, or you want to get there in 15? I was like, "How crazy is the 8-minute crazy?" He goes, "You want to see it?" And I was like, "Yeah, go for it." Hi, Sleepy Developer. How are you doing, buddy? He was like, "I can get you there in 8, or I can get you there in 15. I wasn't in a rush because I got there a day early, but I was like, "Oh, you know what? Hit me with it." I miss Magic. I miss like Grand Prix and stuff. I wish it would come back. Stupid COVID. Paper Magic has all but died in venues like that. It was so much fun. Getting with all your friends and getting a hotel room and like exploring a new city and walking into a convention center and just like seeing the thousands of people with backpacks and Magic cards, and so much fun. There's one in Philly this weekend. Who's hosting it? Who's running it? Star City? Really? Interesting. I wonder if they're going to stream it on Twitch. They used to stream it on Twitch. I hope they do. They just fired a bunch of their writers that they had. Star City did. They were all pro Magic players, and now they don't get any extra money from anything. Fish fries are coming back around here finally. Nice, D-Pick. Whereabouts are you geographically, D-Pig? Because I was just thinking about some catfish earlier today. You're in Omaha. Oh, okay. Are you closer to Texas or are you further north? Well, you said Omaha. I don't know exactly where Omaha is in Nebraska. Is it right in the center? Is it south? Is it north? Very east edge, right in the middle. Oh, okay. Gotcha. A couple got in your car, but it wasn't their ride. I asked my guy's name a few times and thought he said yes. His wife was drunk and had a hard time getting her in. I started the ride and asked where I was going to. Turns out he was a Lyft rider, so I canceled my ride and took him to his home and he gave me $40 in cash. Nice. Yeah, I haven't been anywhere where it's that busy yet, Dark Crystal. Usually I go out to the middle of a street and there's like a random person standing there with a hoodie. They walk up to my car. Oh, you Tara? I'm like, yeah, okay. I picked up a drunk couple last night. It was a black guy and his wife or girlfriend or something like that. And all he wanted to talk about the whole way back to his house was police brutality. And I was just like, oh, man. Can we not open this can of worms? I just want to drive you to your house and go to my next Uber, please. I really don't want to discuss this. I'm the wrong person to be discussing this with. It was 2 a.m. and the bars were all closing. Yeah, 2 a.m.'s last call, right? And then 3 a.m. they close. It's been a while since I've been to an actual bar. Well, so he was more so talking to his girl than he was to me, but he was just kind of talking like the whole car. And he was bringing up how he like beat up the cops one time and thought he was gonna win, and the cops pulled out a baton and hit him in the head, and he went on and on about all kinds of stuff, D-Pig. It was insane. And I was just like, which house is yours? He's like, oh, the one with the 2 lights. Okay, here you go. Get out. Bye. Thanks for being here. Because puppy is cute. There you go. Alright, we got cute puppies in the Discord, you guys. Go check them out. Taxi cab confessional. He was an older guy. He must have been 60, so. North Carolina, they were kind of ass backwards and wrong until about the 80s. So if he's been here all his life, he probably did fight with the cops when he was a teenager. He was talking about how the police are so nice around here while also kicking your ass. They're like, hello, sir. You're being arrested, sir. And meanwhile, they're like kicking you down and holding your head back and like putting cuffs on you. Thank you for complying, sir. Wait, what happened? Oh, officially Wiz. People have been calling for the end of that since last year. People are going to keep calling for the end of it until it actually ends, and the one person who gets it right is going to be lauded for being a prophet. That's usually how anything like that goes. Just like all the people out there screaming that the stock market's going to finally crash. As soon as it finally does, they'll be like, oh, I called it. See? You should listen to me more instead of these people that got it wrong. Same thing with the world ending, officially, Wiz. You know how many end of the worlds I've lived through in my life? The world's ending! Wait, we got it wrong. It's actually ending in 2 years. Yeah, keep saying it. How many more years now? Amelia, enjoy your sushi. I think it was like Y2K 2004, 2012, 99. I think shortly after Waco happened in the mid 90s, that was going to be a thing. What was I don't remember the exact date, Intermediate. It might not have been 2004. People of there's all kinds of stupid people out there, man. What is that, sleepy developer? What's that got to do with anything? Enlighten me. Are due for major complications? Oh no, if only we can build a way for them to not get that way in the next 20 years. Well, I guess we're screwed. Oh, I got you. Is that really gonna mess them up though? Like I've worked on computers in the past years ago that had their dates all screwed up and they still work just fine. In fact, there's some video games where if you turn back your computer's date, you actually can find better drops and stuff in places. Oh, hello. How are you? Yeah, and you're dead. Freaking hoot. After it all said and done, my mom made me stay home. We had stocked up on canned goods. D-pick, that's hilarious. Yeah, Sleepy, I'm pretty sure that will happen for the most part. Isn't everyone on 64-bit now? No. Officially, Wiz, there was a company I worked for back in 2020 that had a computer with Windows XP still on it. And it had a giant CRT monitor. And that's what they used for doing their billing on. XP was pretty good. 7 wasn't bad either. 7 wasn't bad. 8 was a joke. Millennial Edition was a joke. Or Millennium Edition. Windows 2000 was pretty bad. But 95, 98, XP, 7, and to some degree, 10's been pretty good for the most part. You loved 8 compared to 7? Really? I don't know. They were both pretty rough for me, Sleepy Developer. How do you feel about the movie Zombieland? I don't know. I've never seen it before. I've heard about it. I know the gist of it and stuff. I know Woody Harrelson's in it. You gotta double tap the zombies, etc., but I've never seen it before. The boot time. I don't remember the damn boot time, bro, man. Oh, yes, quite. The boot time, yes. I remember the boot time. Guys, look at the roof. Oh, it's so red. How many have we done so far? Let me count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 28. That's how many we've done so far. That's not too bad. Still got a long ways to go. Right? Get out of here. I just wanted to hit him. I gotta open a chest anyways. He's gonna come after me regardless. What do I have on that sword? That? It's not even max. I need sharpness 5 on it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Wiz. I can put fire aspect and sharpness 5 on it. Make it even better. Why did I do that? I don't need to do that. It's fine though. We can just do this. You need one of those? They're not hard to get. Okay, that. And then how many more do we have here? Quite a few. All right, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 rows. Order some food, Wiz. Amelia got sushi, so enjoy whatever you're getting. I had me a Philly cheesesteak earlier. That was really good. Oh, there's a giant hole here. Great. Tell me not to order this pink Squishmallow cow that I just got a restock notification for. Get it. How much is it? It's already sold out. You gotta download some of them bots that buy them for you when they come into stock. Excuse me. Alright, let's put this roof in over here. I'm gonna go to the hole, that way we're not gonna fall in anywhere. Ah! Big hole. Wikipedia, are you still here? It was $9? Did you ever do any booster drafts when you played Magic? Or have you only played like kitchen table Magic? Also, I follow Star City on like Twitter and stuff. They did a horrible job of advertising their tournament coming up. You much prefer sealed to booster? When was the first set you started playing in? What was the first set you ever drafted? Or the first block, I guess. Dominaria. Oh, so you only recently started. You haven't been playing Magic that long. Oh. Hey, nice. All right. So I was gonna tell you. Do you know anything about the old cards, the reserve list cards, and everything else? Like the Power 9, Black Lotus, and everything? Here, help me figure out these cards. You've been playing ever since. You sure do. So there's an old Magic player. He's now involved in Magic finance. His name is Dan Bach. He's a very polarizing figure in the Magic community. There are people that hate him, there's people that love him. He kind of dictates the prices for all of the Power 9 and Reserve List cards. And he started a Facebook group a long time ago to sell high-end cards on, to buy and sell high-end cards. And someone told him one time, they said you're not high-end. Hi Jonah, welcome in. Help us get to the hot tub incentive. They told him, they said, you're not high-end. So he wrote something. Let me see if I can find the picture. Hold on. You miss old school Magic? Here we go. Someone told him, they said you're not high-end. So he posted this picture on his Twitter. Not high-end, and these are all Black Lotuses. They're all Black Lotuses. These are all unlimited. These are all beta or alphas. Oh, that was his reply to the kid who said he wasn't high-end enough. I was like, well, I guess he's pretty high-end, huh? Are those Black Lotuses? Yes. That was his response. But his little claim to fame was he qualified for a pro tour that was going to be in Japan. And back in the day, they don't do it anymore, but back in the day when you qualified for a pro tour, they paid for your flight accommodations, they paid for your hotel, and for the entire time you were going to be there. But you had to play in the event. So what he did was he took his fiancée, wife, or something to Japan, and he registered a deck of 60 islands. And he entered the Grand Prix, he entered the Pro Tour, he dropped in the first round, and he enjoyed a free vacation to Japan with his wife. So that was kind of neat. I'm sure other Magic players have done that. But most of them are going to play for the Pro Tour, obviously, for the glory. But yes, those were Black Lotuses. But a lot of people don't like him because he's part of the group of people who buy out reserve list cards ever so often in order to inflate the price of them. That way they can sell them and make tons of money off people. So that's why people don't like him. Because he's one of the reasons why, you know, beta Black Lotuses are now $50,000 a piece. I think so Wizards has started doing this thing where they have secret layers. Is it secret layers? Secret layers. And they release like special edition cards, like a limited edition thing. What they need to do is they need to do a secret layer Power 9 edition for $1,000 and have all pieces of Power 9 in it. And they'll make so much money that Hasbro would turn into a giant hot air balloon. And they also need to do a secret layer Dual Lands edition where they sell one of each Dual Land for $1,000. They'll make a killing, and people will have what they want, and they'll move on.